Hello folks, well we're going to do a review of this bourbon whiskey called Tom Sims, 4-year aged, and I bought this in McAllen, Texas. I believe it was Feldman's Liquor. Really nice liquor store.
Yeah, it had quite a selection of things that we don't get here in Louisiana.
And I just saw this odd item, aged 4 years. I said, well, we don't know who makes it. It says from Bardstown, Kentucky, so that's making me think it's either Sazerac or Heaven Hill. But then they don't list this on either one of their websites, so I don't know. I bought, looks like a Heaven Hill
an
bottle.
Obscure bottle of whiskey made at Bardstown. It said the same thing on it. I think I got it at Elias's Wine Warehouse, and it was like $20. But it came it came in one of those fat bottles. It was kind of
Oh yeah.
oblong a little bit.
This one was on sale.
So I think it's Buffalo Trace. People must have made that because it looked like a Buffalo Trace bottle.
And this looks like, you notice you have that Henry McKenna bottle up there. It's the same design, and that's Heaven Hill, so that's making me think.
Yeah, and McKinnon runs about $8 too. Henry McKinnon.
Yeah, this was, I think, $9.99 or $10.99. Can't remember. Okay, so you've had it before, and I know you have an opinion about it. I've never had it, nor have I heard of it in my life.
It's just basic whiskey. It doesn't, to me, it's kind of losing something called depth.
And there is a 6-year aged. I did find that out. It's been around a long time. I think I found out 1956 was the trademark acquisition when they got the trademark.
It kind of reminds me of a whiskey with no label on it. They'd seen those old cowboy movies. They'd pull it out, give me a shot. So they trade a bullet for a shot of whiskey. Hence, that's why it was called a shot.
Oh, okay. I'll learn something. What's golden?
It is golden. It looks like whiskey.
And, all right. It's probably a lot of corn in it. Well, of course, bourbon has to be at least 51% corn, but I'm thinking this might be like, 95% corn. Might
Is
have
it
a little,
calling itself bourbon? Or is it just
yeah,
calling
it's straight,
itself whiskey?
straight bourbon whiskey. Straight bourbon.
From Bardstown, Kentucky. Especially selected and bottled.
But it does say distilled in Kentucky, so I'm thinking it's Heaven Hill. This was a company. They used to have their own distillery, but it got shut down, and obviously somebody bought them out.
You tasted it?
No.
All right, so let's go ahead and taste it.
The aroma.
We're just doing things neat today.
Corn.
For all you aficionados out there that say we do things wrong by sticking ice in, we're going to do it neat.
Oh yeah, that was a little controversy. And I didn't really.
Some folks believe what we believe, and some folks didn't. So.
Yeah. I wasn't in favor of doing the ice actually that day, so that was like all right, well, we don't want to open that Pandora's box again. We barely got it
So
closed.
I took a little sip of this. So.
Okay, I'm getting corn and some char and a little wood.
Yeah. Same thing I'm getting. I think you get the bare minimums on this.
Char.
It's got a high burn to it. It's not mellow. It's not. It's sweet, but it's not. It's not melts together.
Okay.
You got flavors doing this instead of just like a nice note going across.
It's sweet corn, barrel, wood, char.
I'm not getting much char at all.
I'm getting it. It's a little hot. The finish, the body's like medium, typical. The finish is like, doesn't linger too long. It's not like gross or cloying or, I mean, it was on sale for $10.99. I guess the regular price is probably $12.99. I don't know. Maybe it was $9.99. It tastes like an inexpensive whiskey, like an Ancient Age or a Barton's, not the 1792 that you have, but the basic Barton I bought up there in Kentucky, 80 proof, aged 4 years.
Yeah, well, $17.92 you're going to spend a little bit more money for because it's more carefully made.
Yeah, the basic Barton is similar to this, but I'm almost certain this is a Heaven Hill brand just from that bottle design. If you get that McKenna, you'll see, well, it's the same bottle, they just put different label.
Mm-hmm.
How would I score it? And then I know you can give a score yourself, but maybe you should give your score first.
I consider this to be like an adolescent. It's not fully matured yet. So it wants to be a good whiskey, but it's just not there. It's real sweet. I'm not getting a char on it. The wood I could smell, but the char is not really there. There's a slight smell of it, but this stuff really needs to sit.
I'm getting a little vanilla.
Well, that's from the wood.
So probably the 6-year would be better. The black label, the 6-year.
Jack Daniels is done for 4 years, and it's a hell of a lot better than this.
Hey.
So, I just think they need to do a little bit more care with this, or maybe this is just their bargain brand.
I don't know. I saw it on the shelf.
I'd give it a C.
A C. Tolerable. Not exactly bad, but not good. So a C. Average.
It's not bad. It's the burn's a little high on it. You don't want that with whiskey. You don't want to be burnt with it. And you don't want to have it sitting in the back of your throat burning the whole time you're drinking it.
Yeah.
It tastes like corn whiskey with a little wood in it to me.
And
it's just not matured. I don't know what they were trying to do with this, but the label really should say Tom Sims corn whiskey.
But you told me on the phone that you preferred that Stedman Select, the one I had bought at Walmart. That's only 3-year age. You thought it had a little better flavor.
Well, they did a better job with it. I mean,
hey,
there's not much you can say about it. You know, you gotta call it how you taste it.
Right. I think I would go with probably about an 83 out of 100. Getting into the B range. It's not a B minus, which would be marginally good. It's getting into the B range. I may be too easy to please. I may not know much about whiskey, and I really don't know much about it. But I would buy it for $9.99. I would buy it, but that's just me. You wouldn't, but I would. So
life's too short to drink whiskeys that aren't that great. On a low note, if that's all you got is $10, buy it. But I would also say that if you're gonna go this direction with a whiskey, you may as well go ahead and get Mellow Corn, which is a really great corn whiskey.
And it's 100 proof. If we can ever find it, we can't.
It's here.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, you can find Mellow Corn.
So you would rather Mellow Corn, which is in the uncharred barrels, over this?
Yes, because I know exactly what it is I'm getting. I'm not getting something that's posing as to what it's supposed to be. This is posing as I'm trying to be like a Jack Daniels brand, and I'm not. So this needs to be touted as more of a corn whiskey.
Touted as a corn whiskey. Okay, well, they touted it as a bourbon, and that's what it is. But it's...
Oh, I'm sure there's some...
cheap bourbon.
There's probably some little check mark that they checked off on their process that made it a bourbon.
Oh, yeah, they followed the guidelines. They must do that.
Yeah, they followed the guidelines to the minimum, because it's minimum.
Except they went 2 years, like the lady says on the Jim Beam commercials, we aged ours 2 years longer than we're required to, and they aged it 2 years longer, 4 long years. But if the ingredients are cheap, then the aging isn't going to really matter too much. So,
and did they use brand new barrels? Did they use
well, it has to be a bourbon. Yeah, bourbon has to be never before used charred oak barrels. That's the guidelines. You don't have to use new barrels. You can do like Early Times and put it in used barrels. But if you notice carefully, Early Times does not say bourbon. It says whiskey.
Okay.
All right. So thanks for watching this video production. I'm saying it's I'm saying it's good. Not marginally. I would give it a B minus. I'm saying good, and you're saying no, it's not good.
Marginally good.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's marginally good. I actually think it's good, and you're saying it's average. Well, that's the way it goes in the world of reviewing. It doesn't always match up. And y'all come on down to Jefferson Parish, Louisiana.
Go Saints.